Now on to Fly on the Wall, as we eavesdrop once again on the Wilkins of Reading in Paul Watson's series, The Family.
Karen Wilkins and husband Gary have written to Reading Council about their chances of being rehoused. Karen, ever hopeful, has just received the council's reply.
Dear Mrs Wilkins, I acknowledge receipt of your letter dated 5th of March concerning your particular housing difficulties. I appreciate all that you have told me, and I can assure you that the Housing Committee will do all they possibly can to help you as soon as any accommodation becomes available. And immediately I have any further news for you in connection with your application, I shall be only too pleased to write and let you know. Yours sincerely, H.K. Jacobs, Housing Manager. Right, Scott. Mother. What do you think about that?
What is it?
A letter from the council.
Oh, yeah. Let's have a look.
Not on that.
I shall be only too pleased to write and let you know. Immediately as any further news. That could be 3, 4, 5 years' time, couldn't it?
Could be.
Well, you want to go down there now? And you want to take this letter with you?
Yeah. Then what?
Well, you go and say to them, well, now, look, I wrote and told you all the difficulties that we're under. And say, well, this letter doesn't tell me anything. It just tells me the same as you always tell me. Stage where you've been contemplating walking out because you can't stand the strain anymore. You want to tell them that Scott's getting irritable and bad-tempered, he's always in the way and things like that, that he's crawling there's so many stairs. And he's got no garden, nowhere for him to play, to be able to sit out.
That's awkward, isn't it?
You can tell them things like that. You want to have a go about the fact that the bath being in the kitchen, you can't have a bath.
Well, that's not going to make any difference,
It does
is it?
make a difference. We don't have a bath.
Of course it don't. I don't care whether you got a bloody bath on the roof. I still wouldn't take a notice of it.
But it's another point to bring up. You've got to really push all your points when you go down and see them. You want to ask if you can possibly get a meeting with Mr. Jacobs himself, not just the woman on the desk.
But Eileen, you know Eileen, what's her name?
Uh-huh.
That's just all. She had 48 points, and that was last November. So it must be getting down near to me.
How many are there with 48 points?
Well, I don't know, but there should be somewhere.
When I was down there was somebody in there with about 35, 37 points,
Yeah.
similar to yours, right? And she said, you've got to be up in the 48 to 50s mark. She said, before we can even consider you.
Oh, then I don't stand a chance whether
Yeah,
I'll go
but the
down
point
or
is,
not.
well, right, but go down there and say to her, right, now how am I going to ever get more than 37.5 points? So everybody who comes around into Reading, who's going to come be in difficulties, going to go straight in with, say, 40-odd points, and I'm still taking a back seat. Ask her, say, the only way you can get more points is to have more children, because your conditions are never going to be any different. And say, how can I have more children in one room? Say, I want more children in my family, but I can't have them in one room. Say, well, what are you going to do about it? I mean, it's no good...
do nothing, can they?
Well, it's no good taking that attitude. They've got to do something. They'll never do anything if you don't go down and be forceful over it.
I can't be forceful, can I?
Well, of course you can.
I can't. I laugh at them.
Well, make yourself forceful. If you get angry... Which if the...
no, I won't get angry. Cause
yeah, but you don't know. Her answers might make you a bit angry. She'll try and let you
Yeah,
down.
I lose my temper, and that'll be it. Or let her let loose.
Well, so all the better.
No, I don't want to lose my temper.
All the better, because she won't want you down there too many times losing your temper, will she?
I'll be bloody thrown out.
Of course you won't be thrown out. I mean, what good's one room to you? It's not even well lit. You've got to have the light on nearly all day. You want to explain this to them. So the child's got nowhere to play.
What I start off with is show this letter and say, well, what's that going to do for me?
Exactly.
And then she'll start telling me all the rigmarole.
Right, well then you jump in on everything she tells you. Never mind whether she starts on or not, you tell her.
Yes, I know, but I'm talking about it now, but as soon as I go down there, I'll be a bloody chicken and chicken out on it.
Well, you mustn't. You go down there in a fighting mood, I'll give you a belting before you go if you like, that'll upset you. You go down there in a fighting mood. You've got to. It's no good going down there saying, oh, I'm going to chicken out. How badly do you want a home of your own?
I know that, but I can't out the way
How badly do you want a home of your own? Because let me tell you something, I don't want you and Gary and Scott here forever. I want to carry on with my life. I want to get on with my home. It's not fair to you to be living with us. It's not fair to start off your married life living with other people.
No, we couldn't help it, could we?
No, I know, you couldn't help it, but the point is the time's got on now, hasn't it? I don't want you here forever. If I wanted a house as bad as you do, I'd be down there every day. And I'd send Father down in the afternoons and all, I'll tell you. We'd both be down there every day. They wouldn't get any peace out of me. I'd go down and I'd keep on and on and on pressing my case. You've really got to do something, Karen. You can't just sit back. Get Gary to go down with you.
I've asked him. I tried to get him down there this morning with me, but no. He gives me as much bloody courage.
Right, when you get down there, tell her you've got a month to get out. You tell her you've got a month to get out. I'll confirm it if she likes to ring me up.
Yeah, and then what are we going to do after
Just
a month?
tell her. Just tell her. Just tell her when you get down there that you've got a month to get out.
That ain't going to do no good, is it?
You don't know. Try it. Just go down there. You're desperate. Go down there every week then, or every 2 or 3 days and say, well, now, look, what's happening? We've heard nothing. We've only got so long left before we've got to get out. And if they say, haven't they changed their minds, say no. They still say we've got to go. You've really got to push it, Karen. You've really got to have a go. Doesn't matter what means you use. Other people use foul means as well as fair, so why shouldn't you? Why should you be any different?
But you don't know how many points they have.
I don't know how you've gone.
No, I imagine she's probably got 30-something points.
I mean, I've
Has
been
she
in
any?
my 16 years,
Yes.
so I don't know much about it.
Well, housing before last year was done on a waiting time, you know, but now it's done on a points allocation, so obviously the worse the circumstances, the higher the number of points.
What, for a councillor?
Yes.
Nearly 2 years.
Oh, well, I've been on the housing list for 16 years.
Christ.
We've been in furnished rooms, and of course we had to get out, given 3 months' notice from our other one.
Yeah.
So we came along here on the Monday, and the next day we had a letter to say, come immediately, and we went to see it last night. I mean, 16 years is a long time, really.
For Heather, the preoccupation is Mallorca. She's persuaded Mum to allow boyfriend Melvin to go with them.
Why'd you put it in there? Oh. Hang on, is it working? That's the one you have to use. No, you won't. Don't like that one. I told you not to laugh. If you smile, you should open your mouth, because she only looks nice with the mouth open.
Right, hold it to nosing, would you? That's fine. Now, can you manage a little smile too? Thank you.
Oh.
That's fine.
You watch, I'll put it straight down here. Oh!
Told you.
Last time I seen you, Mario, you know.
Nice fall.
If you play it off the cushion, the white house where your finger was.
One.
What the wrist is, mate? Shit, shouldn't have hit that.
That's a nice cut, Bob, isn't it?
Black, I suppose.
Nice case. Yellow's in the way, look at that.
Who else are they going to start calling? That's in. Oh,
Out.
lucky.
Oh,
yes.
he's moved to brown. Snooker.
Not one of these picking up of these books. Mr. I'll be waiting to see you. Yes, yes. Good morning. Can I help you?
I wrote a letter to Mr. Jacobs last week, and this is the letter I got. And I was wondering, this has got nothing to do with my accommodation at all, not really. Yeah.
And what was your inquiry then,
Well, the
Mrs.
thing
Wilkins?
is, you see, I'm living in one room,
Yes.
and I've got the young baby here, and it's getting really a tight squeeze.
Yes.
And we've been given 1 month to get out.
Yes.
And
Have you actually been given your eviction date?
well, no, she just told me this morning we have a month to get out.
I see.
So we don't know what date it is yet until
No.
she tells us, sort of thing, you know.
So you're anxious to know whether we can house you or not?
Yes, I am.
Well, the normal situation is that when you do have an eviction date and on the day of the eviction, we need to send you to social services for them to provide you with temporary accommodation.
Yeah, but this
you
isn't
haven't
gonna
got the
get me a
date of
place,
your...
is it?
No, exactly. You haven't got the date of your eviction yet.
No.
Reading has a waiting list of 3,000 units, about 12,000 hopeful people. Yet it can build only 400 homes this year. Karen must wait and hope for more points.
The only other way he said was that you leave your husband for 6 months and that entitles you all to 20 more points.
That's ridiculous.
No, I ain't going to do that for
Ridiculous.
nobody.
Well, why should people have
Why
to
should you
separate?
break up your
You don't
home?
get married to separate, do you? Anything can
No.
happen in that time.
I mean, for a start, I wouldn't dare leave Gary because I'm frightened of what he's going to bloody do. He'd wreck a place, I reckon. You bung me in a place all his own, he'd be a bloody pigsty before he's finished.
Yeah, but apart from anything else, why should people have to separate? I mean, what do you get married for? It's to live together, not to be separated. I mean, 6 months, anything can happen.
Of course it could.
I mean, you see what another perhaps... I mean, with Gary's job especially...
I wouldn't see him, would I?
We wouldn't see a lot of him, and neither would he see much of Scott.
And Scott wouldn't know who the hell he was when he came back.
Well, this is it, and I think that's all wrong. They should never put in restrictions like that. And I know a woman now, she's living down the road here. She's in one room with her little girl, and her husband's in lodgings. And they've got to be like that for 6 months before they'll qualify. And she's got more points than you. So do you reckon you might get something out of it then in the end?
It's Dougal. In a car. There comes Bubbles.
Oh, Dad!
Oh, Bubbles.
Look at him. Put your arms up.
Zebedee arrived. Dodgems, he said. Oh, I love Dodgems. Shall we show the others? See you everywhere, he said.
Did you have the chicken or...
Well, no.
Because said it would be very difficult for her to get lost on station.
What's he doing?
Scott, look. Ready?
Dougal arrived hot foot. How are you doing?
Who's the other one? Pull it, look like this.
His ears are still dirty.
No, they're not.
You are the back of them, look.
Where?
to sort of strike.
See?
Strike, simple. Strike, simple.
Has he done any walking today? He has. How far did he get?
Florence, look. I love dodging cars, she said.
One of my razors is missing as well. Mind, I don't think he'll have had that, would he?
No, I'll take some away from me. You sure it ain't up in the bedroom? You just think they're worries.
Well, I'm just thinking, I'll let Marian's use it. For shaving her legs and that. He looks like a younger version of Ken Dodd, doesn't he? Oi!
Time for bed, I think.
Look at him, the way he just stares and that.
Marian's marriage is still not settled, Tom's fondness for children seeming to go no further than other people's. For her mum, a spring wedding will require nothing less than a shotgun.
He'll carry on in exactly the same way after he's married as he is now, so what's he got to lose?
Oh, yeah, I know that. That's
Nothing
Tom.
at all. If he wants to do what he wants to do, he'll do it, regardless of whether he's married or whether he's single.
Yeah, but let's face it, Margaret. Tom's got no intention of getting married, really.
Well, I don't know whether he's got no intentions. He might have the intention.
He loves his
But he's
freedom.
certainly frightened of it. But as I've said before, and I'll say it again, if a woman's worth living with, she's worth marrying. She's looking forward to it. She's seen her wedding dress, she's picked it out and decided what one to have and everything.
Well, time and time again, Tom's made excuses and said, oh, well, we'll just do so-and-so and then we'll get married, or we'll do something else and get married. And it never comes off, so he finds another excuse and Marion still believes it.
She's looking at life through rose-coloured spectacles where he's concerned, isn't she?
Yes, yeah.
We're outsiders, more or less. You can see more what goes on than what people concerned can themselves.
Let me get you a job on the buses, Tom. I mean, I know it's good money on there. What, shift work? I said, well, you've done shift work before in the factory. Ah, yeah, but getting up in the morning the times you do, he said, oh, no, I don't want to know. Didn't he? I mean, let's face it, it's a damn good job, really.
He might be ambitious in his thoughts, but I don't think he's got enough push to make.
You remember 2 years ago, he said to us, now we're going to work hard and save hard and we're going to get ourselves a deposit for a house, right? And when we had that talk with him a few weeks ago, and I said, Tom, how far have you got towards that deposit? And he still hasn't got 2 halfpennies to rub together.
It stinks.
No, it doesn't.
It
just
bloody
bends down
does.
on that.
You need half an hour after you've been in the loo before anybody else can go anywhere near it. And we all know that when you pick up a paper, mate, and go in the loo, nobody goes near it for half an hour.
What's that?
Come
You can be replaced.
Mate,
People like me can't be replaced.
People like you, they would be glad to replace.
Terry Wilkins has yet to be told that the family's first holiday abroad is to include Heather's boyfriend, Melvin.
Visible distinguishing marks.
No.
You have?
No, I've had this before. Nil.
You've got a mole on the side of your belly.
Hard luck. Nil. Oh, no scars, that's what
Yes,
they
you
look for.
have. On your leg.
Visible distinguishing marks. I haven't got a scar over my eye or finger missing.
Oh, I see.
Thank you, that's what they look for.
Please enter details of your next of kin to be notified in the event of an accident. What's he done?
Fell over and bumped his head on there.
He's going to hold his breath again, look.
Scott! Oh, for Christ's sake. Mum, quick.
Come on.
Oh, he's
All
a
better.
toad for holding his breath, hasn't he?
Come on. That's a good boy.
Put some butter on it, Karen, and bring the bruise out.
It's already out, I don't have to.
Well, I'll put some on it.
Put some on it anyway.
Oh dear.
What there?
Yeah.
Absolutely blue he goes. Just rub it over, that'll be all right. You won't want a great deal. And don't put him to bed yet, let him stay up for a while.
Have a look.
Please sit it right on the edge of something.
You got on that screw.
Wow.
I should just go and sit quietly with him, Karen. Screws are coming straight out, so it should be all right. Right, back to details. Right, name of next of kin. Well, we better put Marion down, haven't we? Because she'll be at home.
Yes.
Come on. It's all gone. All better.
By the way, did you know that Heathers wants Melvin to come with us?
Well, not as mentioned before, and I said there's nothing we can do about it.
It'll give her company.
Give her company, but I don't want to scarf her enough, Margaret.
Well, no, she won't, but I mean, at least it'll give her a chance to be with somebody her own age instead of staying with us.
We haven't heard the last of it since we said we were going.
No, I mean, that's why she's been so dead against coming away on holiday with
And
them.
let's face it, if there were some children in the hotel her own age, girls or boys, she'd go out of the way not to be friendly, knowing Heather.
Because
he's a likeable enough fella. He's so quiet, though, you know.
Yeah.
If he's the sort of fella that you could sit down and have a chat with, you could get to know him and probably like him a bit more. But he's so very, very... Well, he's shy, obviously.
I don't know whether he's shy or not. Heather tells me that he's still quiet, even at home.
Is he?
Until him and one of the kids have a row or a fight, you know. But he said that they're quite... she said he's quite quiet. Even at home, he doesn't say a lot. When I came in here last night, they were standing over there, and I said to... I don't know whether I said good evening or hello, something like that. And he just sort of... I said, hello.
Yeah, that's right.
I said, hello. Hello. You know, and he
that's
grinned,
about
and
the
that was
evening.
it.
Oh, good night.
I told them, like, you know, it can't be the 27th and that's near on the bus.
Right.
That's only 3 weeks away.
Well?
How can you get a wedding organised in 3 weeks?
Easy.
What do you mean easy?
Takes you one day to go down the registry office.
Yeah.
It take you another day possibly to go and sort out something over the whirly.
Well, that doesn't take any sorting out, does it?
No.
No.
Well, they are then. You're going to sort it out
Are you sure you're not off somewhere?
No, I'm not going nowhere.
Are you sure about that?
Positive.
Mrs. Wilkins, good morning. From the housing office, I think you're expecting me. After you.
Gary?
Oh, this is the room which you occupy solely, is it? I see. There's yourself and your husband and Scott. Is right? And in fact, this is your bed sitter. You don't have any other
No, this is the only
accommodation.
room.
And I understand there's no bathroom here.
No bathroom.
I saw the toilet outside.
No, that is not a toilet.
That
Our
isn't
toilet's
one.
upstairs.
Oh, it is, right?
Yeah.
Well, you know, it's pretty rotten. Could you tell me who the rest of the household is roughly?
Marion and Tom.
Marion and Tom.
Yeah,
that's
my
your
hus-
sister-in-law.
That's
and
right, and my
Oh,
brother-in-law
but-
to be.
So there's a married sister and her husband.
No, not yet.
Not
Sister-in-law and brother-in-law to be.
Oh,
not
he's
quite.
yet.
That's it. You got it.
Do you pay rent?
Yes.
You do.
Yes.
Do you have a rent book?
No,
No.
we just pay the
How
mother-in-law.
much rent do you pay?
£6. I think it
£6
is.
a week,
Yeah, that's
okay.
with gas and electric.
And you're a window displayman for John Collier?
Used to be.
You did. What do you do now, please?
Well, I changed after that to a route assistant on initial services. Now I'm a bus conductor.
Ah. Oh, well, there's nothing like a change. Is this your own furniture?
Yes.
It is, I see. And, you know, presumably, have you got any in store, or would you buy more, you know, if
Oh,
we
we'd buy more.
You are?
You know, it's cold hand if we do, we'd buy
Yes,
more.
well, it's better not to get it
No,
before,
no, we're
because
not.
A, you've got to pay storage
Yeah.
fees, and B, you just don't know what you're going
No,
to get,
this-
you know, it
no,
might
we've
not
not
be
bought
very
anything
suitable.
yet, you know.
I expect you probably know you've got 37 and a half
Yes,
units,
yes.
do you? And we at the moment are rehousing on 40 plus. We are building at Amersham Road, Caversham and Emma Green and also Shirley Avenue, so chances are, you know, that the units will be coming down pretty soon. Is there some question of you being evicted from here or not?
Well, we've been given a month to get out.
Put it more politely,
Your
mother's lent quite heavily as within the next month.
I see.
It's not been direct, but it's...
No, I know.
She said it in so many words, but she knows she means it, and so do we.
Yes, I see. You know, anybody could just come down to us and say, Mum says we've got to go, you see, and we couldn't possibly work on those lines. But if there's a genuine court order, I'm quite sure we would do our utmost. But in this case, it doesn't really apply so much because I can see for myself how bad the circumstances are. OK. Well, as this is your only domain, I don't think I need to bother you anymore. But, you know, you really are very overcrowded here,
Yeah, I was just going to say, you know, the thing is, with this point system, it seems quite fair, etc. But it doesn't seem to take into account the tensions that...
oh, yes, we do, actually. If I feel sufficiently strongly about this, the housing manager does have discretionary points, you see. You know, I'm hopeful that in view of the situation we'll get extra units for them. And then it's just a question of a flat becoming vacant, you know, that they're happy to take. Is this the way I... Oh,
Yes, it is.
I'm notoriously bad at walking into people's bedrooms and things. OK, well, thanks ever so much. Bye-bye. That's quite all right.
Do you know your way out?
Yes, I do know.
Council inspectors can, after such a visit, award up to 10 extra points. This could put the Wilkins in a position for immediate rehousing, but suddenly there is an even more immediate problem.
All right, Scott.
Come on. It's all right. It's all right.
It's got nothing to do with the injection at all, Ben.
Hasn't
No,
it?
nothing at all. He's got a respiratory infection and his right ear is very sore.
Is it?
And this is what's causing the trouble. Yeah.
Thank you, Doctor.
Is it better?
What are you doing?
Oh, it's not fair, is it, eh?
Where's Mum?
I'm sorry, Chris. I was thinking about getting Scott's medicine. Not my love. Come on, then. Come on. What? Hey, what's the matter?
That discipline's well enough.
Okay.
Go on.
Don't spill
Really
it.
good, didn't you, speak?
Yeah.
Don't spill it, she says. That'll do.
Come on, then.
What?
Hold it a minute. Hold it a minute.
I'll have some of your strawberry medicine.
Come on. Come on, burger me, Gary. Takes ages, don't you? Come on, in you go.
Lovely.
Come on, swallow it. Swallow it.
Don't let him come up yet.
Swallow it.